Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Today we have to discuss the characters of The Return of the Native. So, The Return of the Native is Thomas Hardy's sixth published novel. It first appeared in the magazine of Bulgaria, a publication known as East Sensationalism. So, the first character in this novel is Clement Ubright. So, it is known as Clem. So, he is a man about 30 years old, and who gives a business career in the Paris business of diamond, and he returns to his native Edggun Heath. Edggun Heath is a place in the novel where these people live to become a schoolmaster to the poor and ignorant. So here is autobiographical element of Hardy's life. So Hardy's himself gave up a successful career as a London architect and returned to his native Dorchester to become a writer. So, like the first character, Clement Ubright, so he also left his job in the London, and there is a beauty which we can see, and Clem is the native of this town. So, the title of the novel refers to the his that he is the native of the Edggun Heath. So that's why it is known as the return of the native. So it is the return of the Clement Ubright from the Paris to Edggun Heath. Second, the most important character is Gregory Wen, a resourceful person, a resourceful man of 24 years, and a riddle man. So he is a traveling seller of riddle and chalk used for marking sheep. So he selflessly protects Thompson throughout the novel despite the fact that she refused to marry him. 2 years before, he keeps a watchful eye on the Stucia to make sure Wildeff does not go back to her. At the end, he renounces his trade to become a dairy farmer like his father, and in doing so, loses the red skin. So he is seen as a suitable husband for the Thompson. Third character in this novel is Eustacia Vi, and Eustacia Vi is a raven-haired young beauty of half Italian ancestry who chafes against her life on the heath and longs to escape it to lead the more adventure-filled life of the world. Some of the heath folk think she is a witch. She is her character shows that she is not a good woman basically, and this is the techniques of Thomas Hardy that he uses in his novel, that he brings a characters in the observation of everyone of the society, and then he uses to see the criticism of religion, of the folk, of the trade, of the culture, of economy, each and everything. So this is Eustacia is the main character in the novel, that she receives so many criticism from the people of that contemporary life, and that's why Hardy described her as a raw material of divinity. So there is a negation, so that she is a raw material, but there is a divinity in her as well. Damon Wildeff, Eustacia's former lover and Thompson's first husband, he is an ex-engineer who has failed in his profession and who now keeps an inn. So the quiet woman, so called because its sign depict the decapitated woman carrying her own head, and he is a lady killing carrier. So he always plays with the character of woman, and you know that the character of this person is not too much good. Why? Because he is known as a lady killing carrier in this novel. Thomasin Ubright is Clem's cousin. His name is Thomasin Ubright, and Mrs. Ubright niece. So she is a young girl of gentle ways and conventional expectations. Mrs. Ubright saw a little figure undefended except by the power of her own home. Next character is Mrs. Ubright. Ubright is the Clem's mother. She is a widow of inflexible standards. Thomasin has lived with her for many years, but Clem's is her only child, and she strongly disapproves of Eustacia. She does not like Eustacia and her character. That's why she denies her. So these were the major characters of the novels and the important role of these people in this novel, The Return of the Native. And I told you that Clem is the native of the Edgin Heath, and Edgin Heath, that's why the name is referred to his character, and he returns from the Paris, and that's why the name or in the title of the novel is The Return of the Native.